Hi everyone, I'm back in part 4 of the journal flip. This was Flowers in Your Hair prompt from NaNoJomo, and I just drew a face. I'm not really happy with it. This was still kind of wet when I took my pen and try to outline the features of her mouth and ears, mouth and nose and eyes and the headband, and it ran a little bit. I did this with Neo's, and this one, I forget what the song prompt was for this one. This was November 4th, and the other one was November 5th. Both pages had stuff already on there, and I just, left it on the page, didn't jostle over it or anything. So I drew the face. This one I like better. There's still some things that I could have been better, but it's just half the practice. And again, I used Neo's for her. The reason why I did both faces eyes closed, because I thought it'd be easier for me. When I draw eyes, I can never get the eyes to stay the same size or width or even, making them even on the face. And you can probably see here that I know they're not even. I think they're the same, on the same level with each other and all that. But I like this one a little bit better than the other one. So I forget the song title for that one. And this one had to do with space. I know that much. I forget the song title for this. This was for 11/6. And since it was about space, I went downstairs and grabbed some of my space rubber stamps. And these are all from Art Gone Wild. These are from back in the day. I did a black background, I think with watered down craft paint, or no, I did spray. And I dabbed it off with a paper towel. The stars are from a stencil, and I just used luminaire paint in bronze. And then with the silver Inca Gold, I just swiped it, and it's to look like shooting stars in the sky. This one was 11/8. I did my own song for this one. That day I got one of my art journal pages from the art journal swap from Fiona, and in it she put in a bunch of stencils in for me that she cut, and this was one of them. And to me it looked like the Strawberry Field tribute thing for John Lennon in New York. So I did a base coat of like a bluish green, I forget the name of the craft paint, and then I took Simone paste and the stencil and put it on over the whole stencil. When it was dried, I took this gray craft paint that I had and painted, just with my finger, painted over all of them. And then I wrote out Imagine, or I traced it on with one of my alpha stencils, and then I glued it onto the page. So I did my own song for this one. This one, the song was Come Home, and the background was already pre-done. Magenta craft paint and purple craft paint, and I had just gotten the stencil that day from Prima. It's a Prima stencil. It's static. And then I drew a house on a newspaper. And once I glued it down, I did a little doodling for the windows and the door, and outlined it with the white signal mutable pen, and I wrote "Come Home," and I wrote "Vegas or Bust," and I try to do a shadow with the white pen, and I'm ran out of that. I think that white pen is out of ink. This one's another nano, and it's 15 Steps by Radiohead, and the background was done with craft paint and leftover spray stencil, and I did some drips, and I basically drew steps. I drew 3 steps 5 times, which was 15 steps, and I wrote part of the lyric onto the page. This one the song title is Me, and I drew another face. Again, I'm not completely happy with it. The lip's too big, but that's that one. I did, Neos, and I'm practicing my lettering and all that stuff. This one is Mrs. Potter's Lullaby, and I did a collage. Everything's from a magazine. This one's from an Oprah magazine. This one's from one of the fashion magazines that look like a sun to me. And then I have Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, sleeping in the poppies. And that's from Entertainment Weekly. And then I just painted everything, the page with black, so I can stand out and practice more lettering. This one's one of my favorites, and I got a lot of compliments on this page. Man, now I forget the song title. But I took some of the, mine is blanking, pattern tissue paper, and I glued it onto the page, and then once that was dry, I painted it black, and then I added some of the ink of gold that I have in gold, just to rub, to bring out the texture of the tissue paper, and also some red craft paint, I think, as well. And I glued down this image. I had this magazine image for a long time, and the song was perfect for it. And then I wrote part of the lyric from the song and cut it out and put it in here. And I added some more of the ink of gold on the heart as well, because I crumpled the heart even more and glued it onto the page. And the part of the lyric of the song I wrote was, "These are the scars deep in your heart." And this is one of my favorite ones I did for the month. And this one is another song, "Learning to Fly." On the background I did a blue background, and I played with one of these other stencils that Fiona gave me. And then I had this bird stencil that she gave me a while back, like last year. And this was a stencil, this was a mask. And I took purple craft paint, or lavender craft paint, and used the paint around there. You can still see the background from that. And then I took some leftover recollections paper that I had from when I was making Christmas cards and cut out 3 of the birds and glued them on there. Now this one is one of my other favorite pages from here. This one song was "Are We There Yet?" and the background was just very easy, yellow craft paint, and then this yellow gold spray from SEI Tumble Dye, and a stencil, and then some little bit of Lindy Stamp Gang in the dark chocolate truffle. It's almost empty, so I'm having a hard time getting the spray out of that. And then she's from a book from 50s 1950 ads, and it was like in an airport scene for the ad, and I just cut her out for Pam. And I just cut her out and glued it on the page, and these are alpha letters from Scrabble tiles, and I just, you know, spelled out, "Are we there yet?" It turned out kind of cool. And this is another arc page that I did for the book I read. It's actually T-Berry Strangler and not Murder. I don't know why I did that. But these are from, yeah, this is from one thing. I just cut it separately. Guess that one. The song title for this one is Secrets. I just didn't put Secrets on here. I was playing with some new stencils that Fiona gave me in craft paint. And she's from one of the 1950 ads in that book. And the stamp is from, now I can't think of the stamp. If it wasn't for the last minute, I never get anything done. I think, oh, okay, now I remember. This is St. Louis Stamp Company, F.E. Glitzfinger, from way back in the day. So that was another one of his favorites. And again, I was playing, this is not a nano page, this is on my own. After I did this page, I did this one, and playing with more new stencils. And another image from the ad from that book. This is an inside joke, because it looked heat gun and all that stuff. And then I think this, I want to do another part. This is another nano jumble. I'm not too crazy about this one. Stencils and blanking. The plastic canvas star thing and some spray and some more craft paint. And this is from another an ad, and it said "Never Let Me Go." I'm not too thrilled with this one. So, this one I like. This was another nano jumbo, but I didn't do a song. I just, you know, did my own thing. Punchinella and leftover paints and all that fun stuff. And I cut out an ad from the book that's Punch and Judy. No, Cuckoo for an Alley. Cuckoo for an Alley. And yeah, the Cuckoo and Alley. Ollie. And just cut them out and glue them down. Another one of my favorites. This is another nano, and I got a lot of compliments on this one too, because it's funny. The song was Running on Faith. You know, did the background with sprays and paint and all that stuff. Then I found this, well, I had a couple of this ad from magazine, and I cut him out and glued him on there, and then with a gold marker I wrote Running on Faith, and then I outlined it with the white Uniball pen. So it's that one. Sorry for the glare. And this one, I'm not too crazy about it. It's okay. The song is Walk On, and I glued this wrapping paper that had text on it, and also a no dictionary. After that dried, I took some orange craft paint and painted it on the page. And then I had this, I did cotton crystals way back, I think last year, for one of the projects for Viva Las Vegas Stamps, and I had some extra sheets, so I cut one up and made some banners on it and cats from a birthday card that I had, and I wrote Walk On right here. I'm not crazy about it. And I think I'm gonna stop right here and then come back for the last few pages.